Hi, and welcome to On the Road with Bobby Halton, and we are live from FDIC 2008 with my good friend Frank Ricci. And Frank, thank you for joining me on the road.
Thanks, Bobby.
Appreciate that. How's FDIC treating you?
Phenomenal. It's a great program. Everybody in the country should come out here and check this out.
I appreciate that. Did you teach today, or are you just normally dressed like an undertaker?
Just trying to, I'll show you here a little bit. But we taught flashover with Joey Birchtold from New Jersey. Phenomenal class. And then we have a lecture tomorrow on search tactics.
Okay. Yeah, you're just like a good union man, like a union boss. Frank, talk a little bit about, Frank has a DVD out, and several DVDs out now, but the first DVD we did together was Smoke Showing. And what was Smoke Showing about briefly? And because it's still out there on our website, your website, we have DVDs available for free. What was the point of Smoke Showing?
Smoke Showing was a way to honor Tom Brennan. I mean, really, so much that he gave to the fire service. So it was a way to honor Tom, and essentially what the whole purpose is to show that tactics have to occur in unison. It can't be sequentially. We need proper staffing to control the fire ground. It's the only way we can control the building.
Well, and I think it came out great. Subsequent to that, I heard that you went and did some more testing, and you got involved with some folks, and you and I got together and kind of talked about parachutes and helicopters and the fact that today firefighters use a very high-risk piece of technology called an SCBA, which enables us to deal with the environment that we have to deal with in order to do our work, smoke, all that other products of combustion. But the problem with the SCBA is it's not a perfect piece of equipment, never will be, and it can fail, and we can run out of air and become disoriented. So you ran into some folks that were making a canister filter device, which we all know had some major issues back in the day in the 60s, and some folks tried again with some other technology, the HEPA-Lite kind of filtration system. So tell me about this filter that you're looking at now, that you're working with now. What's the story there?
The new filter is phenomenal. It's totally redone with technology from the military, and it's your last chance. It's not there to extend your work time. It's there simply to click in and get out. Even with following 1404 and emergency breathing techniques, firefighters time and time again are still going to find themselves running out of air, whether it's a low order failure, catastrophic failure, or simply the firefighter gets lost. It's not the whole answer to the problem. And that's one nice thing about the manufacturer, is that they're committed. Their whole program, in a sense, is they kind of teach you how not to use the filter. But if you had to use the filter, this is how to do it. And I think it's going to save firefighters' lives. I mean, it's pretty remarkable.
Now, you tested it.
Yes.
How did you do that?
We worked with Yale University and departments from around the country: Montgomery County, Maryland; Dallas, Texas; LA County, LA City; New York City, just to mention a few, New Haven, Naugatuck. And we went through an actual live burn, not a 1403 live burn, a medical study where we burned furniture and the type of contents you'd find in a normal fire.
Like a nest burn. You burned real stuff.
Real stuff. And we added in extra safety controls, as I do with any of my live fire training, to ensure firefighter safety and survival. And we had the occupants put the filter on outside and then go in and then be evaluated by Yale, and it performed remarkably. But I needed to take it to the next level, and I wanted to try to change over inside an IDLH environment. As I said in the last On the Road, I originally thought it was a great idea, but it's different when you're wearing a meter. And as I had the meter on me, Honeywell provided us the meter, I could see that I had an IDLH for hydrogen cyanide. I couldn't see the number, but I could see it blinking. And for carbon monoxide, and I'm on the floor, and I'm like, fire engineering's there filming it. I'm like, was this really a good idea? But it worked. It worked unbelievable.
Well, and thank God it did. I mean, otherwise we'd have a whole different story to tell. So the filter worked. You got that done. Now you had a monitor on you, but there was also other monitoring going on while you were doing this. Honeywell provided a great deal of monitoring.
Yes, and I think that's essential, is that we still, to this point, don't have a full understanding of the environment that we operate on. It's a very dynamic environment, and it changes because we don't engineer the way we design our house when our wife goes buys a couch or some furniture. But we monitored the oxygen. The lowest oxygen level that we had at the top was, I think, 8.7. And on the floor, it didn't go below 19%. And what we're finding is, remote from the fire compartment, there is enough oxygen to sustain life with a filter. But even in a statistically rare instance where there wasn't enough oxygen, the filter still provides a benefit. If you look at the NIOSH studies, we see a firefighter, they run out of air, they rip off their mask. It's the first thing.
You're suffocating.
I teach RIT. It's a tactical objective to try to get the mask back on the firefighter. If they have the canister in, you simply click out and click in to positive air supply, which is phenomenal.
Now, this is not a positive pressure device, though.
No, sir.
This is on demand. You have to breathe. You have to pull the air, almost like the old negative pressure kind of deals, right? So there's no rush of air. This is just a filtration device.
The best example is it's about like breathing through 3 dust masks that you'd get at Home Depot. If you put 3 dust masks on, it's a little bit difficult to draw the air. But again, this is your last chance. This isn't something that you're going to be using on a daily basis. My goal is hopefully every firefighter will have one and no firefighter would ever have to use one.
That's a great objective. So in conjunction with that, we're looking at the filter, but you're also, you just said, never have to use it because they're going to know how to survive alive or how to escape. So you've been working on a DVD with Duff?
Yes, Jim Duffy from Wallingford, Connecticut, myself, and it's actually a we DVD. There's about 28 instructors. Ed Cranko from FDNY, Brian Bollinger from FDNY. There's instructors from large departments and small departments. It's called Firefighter Survival Techniques, Prevention to Intervention. So, as Tom Brennan used to say, we put so much focus on rapid intervention, it kind of turned his stomach. Well, we took it to the different level and we put in prevention, how to avoid getting jammed up in the first place. Then we covered self-rescue, how to get yourself out of trouble. Then we went into rapid intervention. And then the last part is safety, the mistakes that we continue to make over and over again, time and time again, like stretching an 1 3/4 line on a commercial building fire, air management problems, and the stuff that we should know. Wearing your air mask when you're overhauling, the hydrogen cyanide, the acrolein, all that stuff's there, and strokes, cancer, all the stuff that you've been working for. We need to get that message out.
Now what else? What other projects you want? I know you've got one other trick in your sleeve there.
The last trick in the sleeve is tactical building blocks.
That's right.
It's our thing. You brought me in here under false pretenses. I thought I was going to get my free toaster oven. I was told I get a toaster oven if I get 100 members to sign up. I think we're at 200 members, but we have a PowerPoint slide up there, and it takes all the different building blocks to.
Let them know. Fire Engineering Community site opened up 2 weeks ago. We've got about 1,200 guys and gals on there, and it is a training site. It's for mature conversation about firefighter issues, and we've formulated several groups. Frank formulated tactical building blocks, and his group just grew and grew and grew. That's where the toaster oven thing comes in. And originally it was a toaster, now it's a toaster oven. In a couple of days it's going to be a refrigerator, washer, dryer combination, but which I thought was funny. So how many guys and gals do you have in there right now?
I think right now there's about 200, but the thing is it's not my group, it's our group, and you can get a hold of the slide. You build your own PowerPoint slide, and then you write a paragraph with your name under it to explain the slide, and send it to me. I'll put it right up on the website, and that way I teach forcible entry search. But eventually, every now and then it's good to get input from everywhere else.
Sure.
Hey, you look on here, here's a fresh slide. I throw this on. It's a phenomenal way to share information.
Forcible entry. I went down to the hot training where we had John Buckheit and firefighter Perone. They were showing me some things with forcible entry I had never seen before. I mean, these guys are unbelievable.
It's you're always learning. Always learning.
Great experience, and what a great website, Fire Engineering Community. So you go to fireengineering.com, hit community, or you can put in fireengineeringcommunity.com, and then you go to tactical building blocks after you become a member, and there's PowerPoint slides with explanations that you can use to develop your own training, teach your guys. Well, that's what fire engineering is all about.
It is.
It sure is. And Frank, I got to tell you, we always are looking at the new guys, the fresh faces, the future, and clearly that's part and parcel of who you are, and the forefront and everything you've been doing since I've met you has always been about firefighter safety and survival and doing our job more effectively. And I think Tommy would be proud of what you've been doing. I think he'd really be excited to know that you've gone as far as you have, and that you're continuing to push everybody's comfort zones with why not, why not, why not? Because so often it's, well, we can't do that. Well, why not? And I think that you're one of those guys that says, we can get that done. So it's a real honor to have you on the fire engineering family, and I know you're going to be here for a long time, and hopefully someday when I'm gone, you're up here running this show, I can come in like Tommy and sit down and make fun of you.
Nice. It's because I surround myself with great people, and thank you for all your help and your mentoring. You're a true leader in the fire service.
Thank you for coming, and thank you for all you do for us. I'm Bobby Halton. We're on the road, and you be careful out there.